Alright, y'all. Welcome back to another day of me getting on the charts. It is 4 minutes till New York Open. As you can see, this one's going to be super short because today we're confirming the Forex strategy that TJR uses, that I definitely looked up yesterday and started reading on as we finished this video on this trade. So basically, we are live market testing the strategy and finding out it basically works for 2-to-1 reward trades. So yesterday we had this going on, these 3 sessions that we were watching. The Asia session up here, these are like including their pre-markets, and this is an indicator showing the session that I have on. If you want that indicator, it's just trading sessions. Now a little bit of London pre-market started and Asia session ended right here, and it tapped the Asia session lows, tapped it again, then we finally got the break of structure, and it goes down. Harder to tell how far that would have gone, but that's not what we were looking for. So here, yeah, sorry, I got rid of a box that I needed actually. So this is the beginning of New York pre-market, and these are the London lows that we marked out. I think I can go on a little bit higher time frame and see this better. Yeah, so this box right here. Then we drop down into the 5-minute or the 1 minute. And yesterday, pretty much once New York session started, it came back up here, started pre-market, tapped back into the London low right here, sweeping some of its liquidity right here. And then we could have gotten a 5-minute break of structure. Downtrend, so we're looking at highs. There was this most recent high, this one. So off this high, we would have hoped this candle closed above it, but it really didn't. Then this retracement happened, so I would have waited till this candle, and honestly even this one, just to be sure. You probably could have done this one where it closed right here, but I put this chart yesterday right here for a long position because the strategy says that the sessions respect other sessions highs and lows, so then they can move the market where they want to move it for Forex. So yeah, we got this 5-minute break of structure. Wonder if there's anything on the 1 minute that would have been like better confirmation. I mean, it's all choppy. There would have been this break of structure against these highs. That could have been it. Or this one. Yeah, so it's about 5 is just a little bit more, less candles, so you're seeing it a little bit better. And then we put the profit above, right at these London highs. It actually ended up getting into some of the Asia low here as well on these ones and this one, sweeping liquidity late into the market. That would have been a very long trade. That would have been a 3-hour trade, and market open was right in the middle of it. So trying to understand Forex, which is a little bit different, but as we can see, it kind of works. So you can mark this as the New York low, or you could do the post market as well. Either way, this one, they're about the same. Asia session taps into New York low right here. Break of structure to the downside. Most recent low right here, break of structure right here to the downside. Could have taken that to probably previous areas of liquidity. I wonder if there's anything back here. A little bit on this, yeah, this very far left area of liquidity here got tapped. So kind of seeing that the sessions respecting each other does work, and that Forex doesn't really Forex moves really well in my, from what I'm seeing, but it's not super far. So you're taking 2-to-1 solid trades of them respecting the session's highs and lows. And then we can see it again here, apparently this morning too. So you could put, this is 3:30. Forex Factory says London is at 3, so I put it at 2 for pre-market. Asia lows right here from the body to the from the close and open to the wick. Asia pre-market happens, if that's a thing, but it's right here, and that's when the move starts. So taps into the Asia lows. 5 minute, let's see if we can see that better. No, yeah, you can't really see it better here. But on the 5 minute, you could probably find this on the 1 minute. Let's see if there's a break of structure on the downtrend. Looking at recent highs. So this is one of the most recent highs. This is one of the most recent highs to confirm the downtrend. So let's say we waited for a break of structure here. Why it might be better on the 5 minute, just because then you don't get caught up in all that crap. Let's see. The downtrend. Let's look at this. Downtrend, most recent high, gets closed above right here. So does this one. Oh shit. It actually got closed above right here. Because yeah, all that choppy, look at these wicks. They were trying to push it. So the break of structure didn't truly happen until about this candle on the 1 minute. But that wouldn't even be a most recent high for real. Yeah, so none of these are break of structures on the 1 minute. It would just have to be this high. Most recent high. Most recent high. This one closes. It doesn't get there. This one does. Bang. Right there. I would call that the break of structure. This candle. Or even if you want to really be positive, this candle. There's another high right here. This candle shoots above it. So if we had to take a trade and we're going long because it respected the Asia low, we take this candle closure, put it below, put it under here. And then we take that to the highs of Asia session, which would have been right here. I would take profit 1. Or well, no. Newark session low probably would have been take profit 1. Well, no, Asia session high probably would have been take profit 1. Say that one. And then bring this up here. Spread that out. And we could have waited from 3 in the morning to 4 in the morning on London session. But now New York session has started. So let's see what happens here. And it still respected these highs. And then chopped back up or down, came back down, rallied up, came back down, rallied up. Now, if we're saying 8 a.m. is New York pre-market, then I'm calling this the London session high right here. And now, look what New York is doing. It's either going to do it again now that the market opened, or do we have a break of structure on the 5-minute? We need it to close below this low, which is why I have it marked out. So if we get a New York bearish closure against this low, that would be our break of structure. And then we could take the trade into previous areas of liquidity, or even other building blocks, like this very small order block. It's kind of a harder strategy in my opinion, because you don't use like higher time frame building blocks per se, and you kind of just do it off the sessions, which is very interesting. So I'm gonna have to come back to this and see what's going on there. I wanted to keep this one short as New York market opens, and when I get back from the gym I might check in. And yeah, so we're kind of making some headway with this sort of strategy. I mean, S&P 500 is probably, I mean, this is the first hour and a half. Would there have been a way to see this happening? I mean, how are you supposed to buy bearish when you're at all-time highs? Unless you're looking at the very, very, like, narrow structure. I don't know, guys. We also have USD FOMC today, which is a non-trading news. Then JPY government guys speaking, so that's nothing that I'm gonna get involved with. We could try this. Excuse me. Let's see if 1900. Let's see how it works on JU or UJ. So let's check these London or Asia highs. Be this candle right here. So it did not respect the high. Well, yeah, you would have, there's no break of structure. So now that it is going down, you would have had to wait for this low for the start of the break of structure. Because if we come up, if we go down right here on the white part of the candle, because that counts as being part of the low, this candle closure And then we could have gone to, are there any building blocks? Not that I can see. This is almost acting as like a liquidity sweep. But we haven't even looked at bias. I'm just trying to see how things would be working. I mean, this is at all-time highs. This is bearish. I mean, bullish. You'd want to be taking bullish trades. So you could end up finding like this fair value gap that just got hit, the equilibrium that they're in, even yeah, I mean, like, what the fuck? I mean, if you're trying to go bearish, this is a premium. Oops. I would say you could hit this equilibrium, and it's getting into this fair value gap, which it already crushed, and this order block, which it's in right now. So it's at a discount. I say premium is a good thing, even though this is technically premium. So this is actually a discount. So you can get a discount to buy here. Now, if you get a break of structure on like a 5-minute right here, now that New York Open is starting and pre-market is happening, that would have been scary. People would have thought that probably was a break of structure, but market's not open. I would rather believe that this high getting taken out by this one as break of structure. And I'm just going to go ahead and call a long. I wish I was in that position already, but I'm going to see where this closes. And then I'll put this trade in. Could just be liquidity sweeping like this one is. So if that's against the bias, that's against the bias. Yeah, look at that. I wonder if that would stop you out if you bought, if that closed right here. Then you put your stop loss below these lows. Or New York session could now during open trying to respect the London lows. Let's see what happens with that. USD. Oh, but we're gonna have news, so hopefully news does not come into play until later. We're just testing. And New York. Alright, we need a closure of below this to respect the lows and go bearish. Because this is in bearish trend on like the daily and consolidating as well. This is bearish consolidation, all of it. So where'd my sessions go? So we'll get back to that a little bit later. I gotta get to the gym. So that's first 15 minutes of market open today. Losing my voice and drinking coffee. So, I mean, I think getting on the charts, even for as little bit of a time like this, is going to be helpful for my long-term success in this. About an hour a day on any skill can make you better than other people and just teach you everything what you need to know. So, still got a long ways to go, still learning, still just looking at the charts and probing around and looking for those things just in the live and more recent testing. So we will have to see what happens, and if anything does happen, I will come back to this on the shorts and give y'all an update. I appreciate you guys. Peace out.